What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got a new release that just came out on Hulu. It's called Only Murders in the Building. It stars Martin Short, Steve Martin, and Selena Gomez. And it's sort of like this comedic murder mystery. The story follows these three characters who all live in the same building. And they're all into like murder mystery. That's all part of their characters. Steve Martin plays like this actor who was really big in the 90s. Now he kind of fell off. Martin Short plays the director of Broadway plays, and now he's kind of like in this tough spot where he's not really making stuff anymore. He had one big production that ended up failing, so now nobody wants to work with him. And Selena Gomez is staying in the apartment, and she like is staying there because she's doing work for her aunt there. And they're all into murder mysteries, so when someone kills himself in their building, they're all kind of like decide to work together to figure out the mystery on their own. And they also make a podcast about it. And that's kind of what the whole show is about. Just unraveling this mystery of why this man killed himself or if he was actually murdered. So like I said, the first 3 episodes are out now and the rest will be released weekly. And I just want to tell you my thoughts on it right now, let you know if it's worth a watch or not. And so in the beginning, I actually wasn't too big of a fan of the first episode. I didn't know if the comedy was really like my type of comedy. Felt really campy and the characters weren't something that really pulled me in and the mystery wasn't, that intriguing to me. But that being said, that first episode, the ending of it was bone chilling. Like I haven't really got the chills from an ending in so long. And murder mysteries I really do love. So in that first episode, I can kind of already tell like what kind of vibe they're going for, like a comedic murder mystery, which isn't anything new. I think we've had comedic murder mysteries for a while now, and Knives Out has sort of like comedy in it, and it works well. It's a good dynamic. But I think for this show, I think when they strayed away from the comedy and actually focused on the emotional elements of these characters, that is when it was the strongest. There's a scene in the first episode where Martin Short kind of like goes and visits his son, and that kind of plays in the heartstrings there, becomes a little bit more serious. And I thought that was the most intriguing part of that episode. And he became the most interesting character for me in that episode. But by the end, Selena Gomez does take the crown for the most interesting character. And now after 3 episodes, she still is most interesting. Like I said, that episode was really intriguing. It kind of like made me go and watch the second episode right away. And it just became really interesting. The second episode, I think, is the strongest. It kind of goes into more Selena Gomez's background. Kind of like it becomes more about like these characters aren't really what they seem either. They have their own hidden secrets that also are going to come into light and play a factor into this whole mystery. And I thought that was really interesting. The score was actually really good. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen Sherlock, but like in Sherlock, the music's always on in the background. It's like really strong, like violin-centered score that elevates the whole show. This doesn't have like that, like a powerful score throughout the whole thing. But when the score like is showcased, it does elevate. It creates like, this cool little mystery vibe, and I did like that a lot. And in the beginning, I actually didn't like the characters all that much. They felt kind of like bland and not really like my cup of tea. But they do grow on you. By the 3rd episode, I thought the chemistry between them like got stronger, and I did start to like all of them. The comedy actually worked for me in the 3rd episode, where in the beginning it didn't. I had a couple of laughs in the 3rd, and the main problem with the 3rd is that the episode is a little bit longer. I think it's like 5 or 7 minutes longer than the previous one. And you kind of feel it. The investigation does start to drag and go into territories where I'm like, they don't really need this scene or that scene. And I just found myself not being as invested as the second episode. But overall, as looking at the show as a whole in these first 3 episodes only, I do think it's something to check out. I think it's a fun little like murder mystery comedy. The intriguement is there, but doesn't really have that hook. I'm not invested. I will be looking forward to the next episode, but it's not something I'm rushing to see. In the second episode, I did think like, wow, if the 3rd is just as good or better, or if each episode keeps getting better and better, then this could be something really cool, really special. But because the 3rd kind of like drags a little bit, and I'm not saying that the murder is going to be predictable, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be anything too crazy. Now, that's just like my first impressions. Obviously, as it plays out, we'll see how it goes. But I think it's worth checking out. It seems pretty fun, pretty cool. And like I said, the characters grew on me. The chemistry is good between Selena Gomez and Steve Martin and Martin Short. Cool little cameo in the 3rd, who it looks like he's actually be playing more of a bigger role in the show than I thought. So yeah, I'm excited to check it out. I implore you guys to go check it out on your own if you're interested. But that is it. Let me know if you guys are going to watch, if you plan on checking it out, if you've already seen it. What do you think? What are some of your theories? Please like the video, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.